The petrodollar system has been the backbone of global trade for decades. But what if it's no longer as powerful as we once thought? The dominance of the US dollar in global oil transactions is facing increasing pressure. And now, two digital currencies are emerging as strong contenders to challenge its reign: RLUSD and XRP. You might be wondering, how could these relatively new players disrupt a financial system that has been in place for over 50 years? The answer lies in the growing shift towards digital currencies, which are quickly gaining attention from governments, institutions, and investors around the world. RLUSD, a stablecoin, promises to offer a new way of conducting transactions that could bypass the US dollar entirely. XRP, with its lightning-fast payment system, is already revolutionizing cross-border payments, making traditional banking methods seem outdated. As the world becomes more digital and decentralized, these two currencies could play a crucial role in reshaping the global financial landscape. But what does this mean for the future of the petrodollar? Will RLUSD and XRP eventually replace it, or will the US dollar continue to dominate? The way these digital currencies are gaining momentum suggests that change could be closer than we think, and the petrodollar system may not be as secure as it once was. The potential of RLUSD and XRP to transform the way global trade works is nothing short of shocking. Could this be the beginning of the end for the petrodollar? Let's dive into how these two digital currencies might change everything we know about global finance. To understand the surprising role that RLUSD and XRP could play in the future of the petrodollar, we first need to take a step back and explore what the petrodollar is and how it has shaped global finance. The petrodollar is a term used to describe the practice of trading oil and other commodities in US dollars. This system began in the 1970s when the US struck a deal with Saudi Arabia, the world's largest oil producer, to price oil exclusively in dollars. In exchange, the US provided military support and political leverage to oil-producing nations. This arrangement solidified the dollar's dominance in the global financial system, as countries around the world were required to hold US dollars to purchase oil, creating a constant demand for the currency. The petrodollar system has allowed the US to maintain significant influence over global markets and has kept the US dollar at the center of international trade. But in recent years, cracks have begun to appear in this long-standing system. Countries like China, Russia, and even some members of OPEC have started exploring alternatives to the US dollar for settling trade, particularly in oil and energy markets. These efforts have sparked discussions about the potential decline of the petrodollar system, and that's where RLUSD and XRP come into play. RLUSD, a stablecoin backed by a reserve of assets, promises to offer a reliable alternative to traditional fiat currencies, allowing countries to bypass the US dollar in international trade. Unlike regular cryptocurrencies, RLUSD is pegged to a stable value, making it less volatile and more suited for large-scale transactions. This stability could make it an attractive option for countries looking to reduce their reliance on the petrodollar without the risk of fluctuating prices that come with other cryptocurrencies. On the other hand, XRP, with its fast and low-cost transaction system, is already disrupting traditional cross-border payments. Its ability to facilitate quick, secure, and cheap transfers across borders makes it a prime candidate for replacing the US dollar in global trade. Ripple, the company behind XRP, has already formed partnerships with major financial institutions, positioning XRP as a powerful tool for international transactions. If RLUSD and XRP continue to gain traction, they could potentially change the way countries conduct trade, reducing the global reliance on the US dollar and challenging the dominance of the petrodollar. The growing interest in RLUSD and XRP isn't just a passing trend, it's a sign of a larger shift happening in the world of global finance. As countries look for alternatives to the petrodollar, both RLUSD and XRP are beginning to emerge as serious contenders in reshaping how international trade and transactions are conducted. The idea of using RLUSD to bypass the US dollar in oil and energy markets might sound surprising, but it makes a lot of sense when you consider the benefits it offers. RLUSD is a stablecoin, meaning its value is tied to a reserve of assets, ensuring it doesn't experience the extreme volatility seen in other cryptocurrencies. This stability makes it a more reliable option for countries seeking to move away from the fluctuating US dollar. By using RLUSD for large-scale international trade, nations could conduct transactions without the need for a middleman, making it much easier to settle deals directly and more efficiently. Meanwhile, XRP's role in transforming cross-border payments is already well established. Traditional methods of sending money across borders are slow and costly, with banks acting as intermediaries and taking a cut of the transaction. XRP, however, offers a faster and cheaper way to send money across countries. Ripple, the company behind XRP, has already partnered with major financial institutions, and as more banks and payment providers integrate XRP into their systems, the digital currency could become a dominant force in global transactions. This efficiency makes XRP an attractive option for governments and businesses looking for a smoother way to transfer funds without relying on the US dollar. With XRP's growing adoption, it's becoming increasingly clear that the petrodollar could face significant challenges if these digital currencies continue to gain momentum. The shift away from the petrodollar is already happening, and while it won't happen overnight, the rise of RLUSD and XRP signals that we could be witnessing a major change in the global financial system. As countries move toward digital currencies and look for ways to reduce their dependence on the US dollar, RLUSD and XRP could play pivotal roles in this transformation. The future of the petrodollar, once thought to be untouchable, may not be as secure as we once believed, and RLUSD and XRP are at the forefront of this change. It's clear that the global financial landscape is evolving, and these two digital currencies are making their mark in ways that could ultimately change the way the world does business. Looking ahead, the potential for RLUSD and XRP to challenge the petrodollar system could have far-reaching consequences for the global economy. If these digital currencies continue to gain traction, we could see a fundamental shift in the way trade is conducted, not just in oil, but across various industries. The ability to bypass the US dollar for international transactions would reduce the power and influence the US has enjoyed for decades. Countries that have long been dependent on the petrodollar may now have the opportunity to transact in currencies that better align with their economic interests. One of the biggest impacts this shift could have is on the value and demand for the US dollar. The petrodollar system has maintained the dollar's dominance because of its central role in global trade. If countries start using alternatives like RLUSD or XRP for settling trade, the demand for the US dollar may decrease, potentially leading to a decline in its value. This could affect everything from the strength of the dollar to the US's ability to borrow cheaply, as the dollar's status as the world's primary reserve currency is closely tied to its use in global trade. For Ripple and its XRP token, the future looks promising, but there are still challenges ahead. While XRP's low transaction fees and speed have made it an attractive option for cross-border payments, widespread adoption still faces obstacles. Regulatory concerns, particularly in the United States, remain a significant barrier for Ripple and XRP. If the legal battles continue, it could slow down the global rollout of XRP as a mainstream payment solution. Additionally, competition from other blockchain technologies and cryptocurrencies could limit XRP's growth. However, if Ripple can overcome these challenges and continue to expand its partnerships, XRP could play a major role in transforming the global payment system. On the other hand, RLUSD faces its own set of challenges. While it offers the stability and predictability that many investors and governments are looking for, its widespread adoption will depend on how it is regulated and whether it can gain the trust of large-scale financial institutions. The fact that RLUSD is a stablecoin could make it a natural alternative to traditional currencies.